We are looking at the rational functions of the form of this form, the rational function r of x of the form p of x equal to q of x. And what we are looking at the polynomial there, the power of the numerator, the power of the denominator. In this case now, the power of the numerator is less to the power of the denominator, and that's what we call it um, proper rational functions. Okay, and this case now will lead to partial fraction, and this can give us two cases. I want to look at the case one. Case one is when you have repeated linear factor. Your qx is repeated linear factor. Okay, in that case now it will give you this decomposition that we have there. Okay, and then case two is when you have quadratic at the denominator. Okay, and whereby the denominator, you can't factorize that quadratic expression, you can't factorize it. So in that case now, it's going to give you this form. Okay, this form. But don't worry, we're going to look at applications right now on all this. We're going to apply all this and give more in-depth understanding. Yeah, if you look at this one, can we factorize the denominator? Let's check that. X squared minus 2x minus 3. So this will be equal to, we can factorize it. We can pair this x squared into two parts. Factors of 3 is what? 3 and 1. Okay, so how do you use 3 and 1 to get minus 2? That will be minus 3 plus 1. And when you multiply minus 3 plus 1, you get minus 3. So minus 3 plus 1. That's the two factors. So that one factorized now. So that means 1 over this x squared minus 2x minus 3 is equal to 1 over x minus 3 into brackets x plus 1, which is equal to what? A over x minus 3 plus b over x plus 1. So partial fraction. So we now solve it now. Which means now we multiply through by the common factors of these two, which is what? X minus 3 into bracket x plus 1, both sides. And if you do that, you have 1 equal to this one multiplied by this. So it remains 1 here. And then here, you can cross multiply. That will be a into bracket 1, x plus 1. This one also has a b into bracket 1, x minus 3. Okay, or this one times those factor, this one times those factor, you get that. Then we now use elimination, look for a way that by the time you substitute for x, 1 will destroy, and then you get another function. Let x be equal to minus 1. So we have 1, minus 1 plus 1, that one cancel. Then I have here b into bracket what? 1 minus 3. Minus 1, that's minus 4. That's minus 4. So b is what? B is minus 1 over 4. Then let's the x be equal to 3. So we have 1 equal to a into bracket what? 3 plus 1, and that's 4. So a is equal to what? 1 over 4. So now we have the inverse of, we now become a is what? 1 over 4 of x minus 3. Then plus b. B is what? My b is minus 1 over 4. My b is minus 1 over 4, minus 1 over 4 over x plus 1. X plus 1. So that's that. Then we can now allow this inverse of this function to be equal to inverse 1 over 4 can come outside, 1 over x minus 3. And then this one also, minus 1 over 4 can come outside. And then inverse of 1 over x plus 1. So, and this will give us 1 over 4 e 3t, then minus 1 over 4 e minus what? Minus t. So that's that. But we can work on that. We can work on that and take. We can take 1 over 4 can be outside and take et. You can take that outside, and that would remain here. It will remain here e2t, and minus this one also. That will be e minus 2t. Okay, minus 2t. Okay, that's 2t. If you open it also, you get back. You can stop here. You just want to do some little adjustments. You can stop there. So with this now, we can now have et into brackets. Half can be outside there. I'll bring this one in. E 2t minus what? E minus 2t all over 2. Okay? And this will give us, this bracket here will give us hyperbolic functions, which is, so that we half et sine h2t. So that's on that. And we can solve it in another way. If you don't want to solve it this way, you can solve it in another way. And I'll show us another way to solve it. Another way to solve it, to solve that one, is that will be inverse of this 1 over, change this one to perfect square. You can change that one to perfect square, which is equal to x minus 1 square. And that will be equal to what? Minus 1 square minus 3. And that will be equal to inverse of 1 over x minus 1 square minus 4. Okay, and that will be this one. If you check it, what we just need to do is just to do a little adjustment. This is 4, this is 1. So we can introduce 2 here and cancel that 2 outside. Inverse of that, x minus 1 square minus 4. Okay, and that will be equal to half into brackets. This one minus 1 here, that's et, and then this one, if it's plus now, it will have been sine 2t, but it's going to be a hyperbolic function, sine h2t. Okay, I think this one is faster than that steps. So question 2, that's inverse of 7x minus 1 all over x plus 1 x plus 2 x minus 3. Okay, if you look at this, the first observation is that the degree of denominator is power 3 and that of numerator is 1. So degree of numerator is less to that of denominator. Okay, and we are lucky here that we grouped for us to 3 different linear factors. So what we first have to do is first of all to just solve this fraction in partial fraction before we now do the inverse of that expression of the partial fractions. And this will be 7x minus 1 over x plus 1 x plus 2 x minus 3. And this will be equal to what? The decomposition will now become a over the first linear factor, x plus 1. The second will be what? B over x plus 2, and then c over x minus 3. So that's what we have now as a. So then the next thing to do is to multiply through by these linear factors, which is the common factor. Multiply through left hand side and the right hand side. And on the right hand side, that means you are multiplying through by each of those fractions. Okay, so we now have 7x minus 1 equal to, if you multiply through by this part, you have a into bracket x plus 1 we cancel here, then we have x plus 2 x minus 3 plus b, x plus 2 we cancel here, then you have x plus 1 into bracket x minus 3. Okay. Then the last part, the c plus c, x minus 3 we cancel. You have x plus 1, x plus 2. Okay. So what we now do now is to use elimination method, whereby by the time we substitute, because our target is to get a, b, and c. So by the time we substitute for x, some expression we cancel, then we cancel a, b, c we cancel, 2 of the unknown will go, then we can get 1. So let's start with x equal to 2. This is plus 2. So if I introduce x equal to minus 2, then I can have minus here, minus 7 times minus 2, minus 14, minus 1, minus 15 equal to, this will go, minus 2 plus 2. This expression cancel. Okay. Here also there is s plus 2, minus 2 plus 2. This expression also cancel. I can get b. So that will be b into bracket minus 2 plus 1, minus 2 plus 1 into brackets minus 2 minus 3. Okay. And that will be equal to minus 15 equal to b into bracket minus 2 plus 1. That's minus 1 into brackets minus 5. So minus minus, that's plus 5. So b is minus 3. It's minus 3. So then the next thing to do, can we also check? We can also make x to be 3. Let x be 3. Let x be 3. If x is 3, then we have 7 times 3 minus 1. And that's 20 equal to. If we put 3 here, that will go. This also will go. Then we can get c. That's c into brackets 3 plus 1, that's 4. And then 3 plus 2, that's 5. So I have 20 here. So c is what? C is 20 over 20. That's 1. And then the next one I can do now, I've used minus 2, I've used 3. I can also use minus 2. I can use minus 1. Let x also be minus 1. Okay? With that, I will now have 7 into bracket minus 1 equal to a into bracket minus 1 plus 2 minus 1 plus 2 into bracket minus 1 minus 3. Here it will go, minus is there, this will cancel, this also will cancel. Okay, then I will now have minus 7 minus 1, that's minus 8 equal to a into brackets minus 1 plus 2, that's 1, and this is what? Minus 1 minus 3, that's minus 4. So minus will cancel out, then I have a equal to what? 8 over 4, and that's 2. Okay, so on the final note, I can just go and do the inverse of my expression. A is what? A I got 2 over s plus 1 plus b. B I have minus 3 of s plus 2. Then c we have 1 plus 1 s minus 3. And inverse of these fractions will be inverse of those fractions. Okay, and that will be equal to what? That will be equal to 2 e of what? Minus t here. This one will be minus 3 can be outside. Minus 3 inverse of what? Minus 2t. And last one, that will be plus e3t. So that's that on that question. That's that on that question.